Number 8, the Honourable Annette King. Order. I've called the Honourable Annette King. Order. Will the crossbenchers please come to order? I've called the Honourable Annette King for question number 8.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question's to the Minister of Housing. Does he stand by all his comments regarding housing?
The Honourable Phil Heatley.
Speaker, yes, as long as they have been taken in context.
The Honourable Annette King.
Well, does he stand by his answer on the 7th of March that, quote, clients are now getting a much better service? If so, why are people now waiting at least 25 minutes on the 0800 line before a real person answers their call? And could it be that Housing New Zealand is only capable of answering 10,000 calls a week, not the 20,000 plus he claimed in Parliament?
The Honourable Phil Heatley.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's smart to have a number to call and sort out simple issues like I need my window fixed or how much rent is owed. However, the transition's not been without its challenges, and that's why next Monday a further dozen staff will be employed. The following week, another group of staff. The following week, another group of staff will be employed, and the following week, another group of staff will be employed.
Supplementary question.
The Honourable Annette King.
So I take from that answer it's not a better service, and so have his colleagues, particularly those representing Glen Innes and Onehunga, raised their growing concerns about the massive increase in Housing New Zealand problems arriving in their office since Housing New Zealand closed their offices and people can't get through on the 0800 number? And if so, what action has he taken?
The Honourable Phil Heatley.
No, the member can take from that it is a good service that is getting better week after week after week after week.
The Honourable Annette King.
Yeah, right. Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker.
Order.
Why has it taken almost 2 years before Housing New Zealand has got around to seeking expressions of interest to undertake a minor housing redevelopment program in Christchurch, which will not be completed till 3.5 years after the first earthquake, and when there is a real housing problem already existing in that city?
The Honourable Phil Heatley.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's taken some time in Christchurch due to the earthquake, but Housing New Zealand has lifted its game. Under the previous government, it took 7 years to do nothing in Hobsonville and 5 years to do nothing in Tamaki. So I'm delighted the way that Housing New Zealand's lifted its game, particularly in difficult circumstances such as the Canterbury earthquake.
Well, supplementary question, Mr. Speaker. Well, does he think he's in touch with the magnitude of the housing crisis in Christchurch, considering he told this House that most Housing New Zealand houses in Christchurch were in the red zone, when in fact 2/3 of them are not in the red zone? And why did it take the Minister for Canterbury Earthquake Recovery to demand action for Housing New Zealand to start repairing the state houses? And so what is he paid to do?
The Honourable Phil Heatley.
Mr. Speaker, there's over 6,000 houses in Canterbury. I don't think I said that most of the 6,000 were in the red zone.
Question number 9, Julianne Genter.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. My question is